What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld. So the first major title update for Madden 19 has been released August 21st, 2018, and they have a lot of different things going on. Like I said, over 19 things, but what we're going to be talking about right now is some of the key highlights. Now, the new hit stick formula, right? Pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into training camp, and while I'm going through this training camp solo, because I'm actually finishing up some things for MUT Master. So as we go through it, we're going to detail some of the stuff because you can literally see a lot of the new features. I've already tested it out myself to see how it actually plays with the game, and it's rather fascinating the way that they've actually adjusted the game to make the gameplay a lot better. Over the past Maddens, that hasn't been the case with title updates, but I'm very, happy to announce to you guys that the gameplay plays exactly, if not better than it was before in the parts that we really liked, and some of the things that were annoying, which I'm going to get to right now, is just removed, like you don't see it anymore. So the key highlights, it's a new hit stick formula, right? So pretty much, if you don't time your hit sticks right, bro, it's going to be really bad for you. Now, a lot of you guys, you have a lot of concerns about it, and prior to this patch, you're like, yo, bro, the hit stick's not causing fumbles, stuff like that. The first thing that you're going to really want to do is you're going to have to pay attention to your coaching adjustments. A lot of you guys weren't really paying attention to that. For the most part, when I'm streaming, I don't really show you guys everything that I do, but these are going to be the adjustments that you're going to have to make, all right? Because I've been labbing it since the patch came out, and it's even more realistic with the way that the guys hold on to the ball. And EA actually describes it in the patch notes that it's going to be the hit power versus, like, the ball carriers handling of the, the way they handle it, whatever. Pretty much they're carrying and stuff like that. So what I'm going to tell you guys right now as far as the hit stick aspect, because that's one of the key highlights that they name, all right? Another thing that they added is less defensive knockouts versus the possession catch. Now, a lot of us were having a major issue. I know I was one of them. When I was trying to possession catch, dudes would hit me like 5 minutes after the play, and the ball will still come out. I don't know why that was happening, but I tested it out again, all right? And from what I saw, it doesn't happen anymore, okay? So that's really good. The play action pass blocking upgrade. Now, if you notice, when I go to offense, I never change the way my O-line blocks because I get a lot of holding penalties, so I kind of leave that the way that it is. So, just so you guys understand that I don't really play around offensively anymore. And also, I really haven't had to adjust my running back, like, because Saquon Barkley has pretty decent carry. So even when dudes are trying to strip him and hit stick him, if I'm covering up the ball with R1, it's never been an issue thus far for me. Okay, I just want to point those out. Okay. Other than that, you have general stability improvements, but they have a lot of things having to do with franchise. So a lot of you guys that play franchise, you're going to see a lot of new updates. I'm going to go ahead and name some of them right now. They added player name and team to the injury timeout drop down for all off-ball injuries. They fixed an issue with when withdrawing an offer during the re-sign big decision. There's a lot of those key points right there from the people that play franchise that leave comments on my videos. I used to play franchise a lot. I'll probably get into some, maybe some private franchises in the future, whatever, like build up a team and stuff from scratch. If you guys want to see that, let me know. Leave it in the comment section. I'll put together something for you guys with that. But those are some things that I wanted to point out. That was major, okay, with franchise. Okay, if you want more of it, I'm going to give you guys the link for the direct, patch notes. That way you can look over everything yourself before we get into the gameplay, all right? So now with solo battles, they actually fixed the issue where it's so slow. So that's going to help a lot of us that were, raging uncontrollably because the gameplay was very slow. Okay, so that's a huge thing. Why is Shazier right there? It don't matter. I got to pick a play. I just got to pick a play. So pretty much what happens is they fix the situation where it was very slow and you were unable to do, move around the way you want to. Like right now, this is very good game speed. What we're looking at right now. That's the way that solo battles plays right now. Okay, now I actually finished up my solo battles before I started this video, so I'm gonna let you know that also in addition to that, when you restart a regular solo, you don't lose your timeouts anymore. Okay, that is very huge as well. The bigger thing is for the playbooks. You have no idea how many guys have tweeted me about the playbook issue with solo battles. So shout out to EA Sports for fixing that, because now I can just refer everybody to the actual EA Sports blog. Like, listen, everything is done. You should not be having those issues anymore. You know what I'm saying? Watch this hit stick. You see that right there? You see that right there? That's updated. That's updated right there. Now, they did say they fixed the issue where guys were hurtling over the ball. I'm going to go back to that play right now so we can actually see exactly what happened. For most of you guys that watch me stream, you should know I had major issues getting the computer to fumble on any mode, arcade, simulation, or competitive. Okay, That's no longer the case. Once you change your actual, once you change the actual coaching adjustment and you make sure that the dudes are lined up the way they're supposed to be, the dudes are putting the ball on the ground now. Dudes are putting the ball on the ground. Okay, and this guy, Kyle Rudolph, I'm sorry that it had to be this guy. Sorry it had to be him. Like, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym, though. You know what I'm saying? So this guy no longer has the ball. And this is very, very key for a lot of us that are still doing MUT Master, that are having issues with the fumbling mechanic. Now they're going to fumble the ball, whether you flick it up, down, left, right, whatever. When you line it up right, and you have your coaching adjustments set that way, that is very, very huge. So that's going back to one of the key highlights that I wanted to show you. Make sure you guys understand that, how easy it is now for them to fumble. We're going to go ahead. We're going to look at some of the visual updates. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but one of the major things that was a problem with me was that when you would be on defense and you would click off of a player, they would still have that ring around them like you were on that player. That's also been updated. They updated helmet and chin strap placement on a variety of players. They actually specifically updated a lot of individual players with their likenesses as well. So what EA Sports is trying to do is make it a more realistic experience for a lot of the new viewers, well, the new players and, you know, old players alike. But when we veterans understand that these things happen in the game, some of the newer players may not understand, like, yo, bro, why does, you know, this dude look like somebody else? Sometimes it happens like that. It is just the way it is. You know, things get mixed up. But the good thing about the way that they've been handling Madden 19, what I like, they've left alone the things that were working properly and only focused on things that weren't working. Okay? That is very, very huge to me, because in the past, that has not always been the case. And a lot of people, they try to pick and choose, you know, when they want to be happy about what EA does and whatever. If EA does something that I don't like, I simply, you know, request something like, you know, a change. I may send out a tweet, email, whatever, and I'm respectable about, you know, asking stuff, especially on social media, which a lot of you guys aren't. Now, we know that a lot of rage entails. Like, you're not telling, you're preaching to the choir. Like, I'm going to rage and go crazy about certain things, but at the end of the day, what I see that they're doing is they're making a conservative effort to fix the things this year. Like, we're going to start here, because Madden 16, that first patch, we already know what happened with that. That just really caused a lot of issues for me, like mentally, and bro, I had a breakdown. You know what I'm saying? That's all in the past now. What we're doing right now is we're focusing on the future and how Madden 19 is probably going to be one of the best games possible. As you can see right there, the blocking mechanics have been updated. As we all know, I've been one of those guys that's been raging in 18. Hold your block. Hold your block. Well, apparently with this patch, people actually see who's in front of them, which is very, very good, because it's very, very frustrating when this guy right here, you know, who's number 70, right? That's Martin. That's Zach Martin. Okay. It's very, very frustrating when this guy usually doesn't see who's right in front of him, and then my fullback, who should be making a block, doesn't see that guy. But you can see clearly that they're blocking. Now, I know a lot of you guys that don't really pay attention to those parts of the game in the trenches, and you're just about, yo, I'm about to just throw the ball up in the air and get lucky. That all is going to change. I'm going to explain to you why as we go through going through this right now. The catching mechanics, like I was telling you guys about earlier with the gameplay updates, the tuning to decrease the frequency of defensive knockouts versus catches, especially versus possession catches. That is completely and 100% ideal. I know you guys were wondering. Listen, in one of my most recent streams, twitch.tv/GmiasWorld, head over there, follow me for live gameplays. I was possession catching a lot in one game. DeAndre Hopkins, that's actually why I rage sold DeAndre Hopkins. Other than him being a trash can and being one of the worst receivers in Madden 19, he was a guy that I would possession catch with, and like 5 minutes later, the ball would come out. Now, he was the only receiver that was doing that, which didn't really make any sense because he was an 88 overall. So I don't understand exactly why that was happening, but apparently EA understood that it was going on, and they got enough information about it to warrant a change. So that's very, very huge for me, okay? It also fixed an issue causing defensive knockouts to occur on receivers after they have already gone to the ground, resulting in an incorrect, incomplete pass ruling. So what happened was, I know a lot of you guys were getting bad rulings when guys were on the ground or whatever. I don't know why that guy just fell on the ground. But what happens is your guy would catch the ball, right? And then it would be a complete pass, but it'll be a knockout. Or, you know, the guy wouldn't catch the pass and it'll be a first down. That has been tuned. Now, I haven't actually experienced that animation as of yet, so I can't comment on that. But what I will tell you is I'm going to be going online very, very soon to check out exactly what's going on with it, and I'm going to get back to you guys with that whole assessment to figure out if it has, in fact, been tuned, okay? Because that's what I'm going to make sure that I do for you guys during every patch. We're going to always update you now this year. We're going to figure out exactly what they have been patching, what needs to be patched, and what are some of the things that we should recommend so that we can have like an open, open door policy with EA. Try to create that kind of situation because there are a lot of individuals in there that are very, they have conversation and they communicate and they want to know what's wrong with the game, but they need concrete evidence about what's going on. So what you guys can do is if you notice bugs or anything of that nature, another fumble right there. I've never gotten this many fumbles in one game, and you guys know that who's watched me on stream, so something has happened with the game. But listen, if there's something going on, I want you guys to do me a favor. I want you guys to tweet me the video, all right, at GmiasWorld on Twitter. Okay, that's the best place to like get it frequently. Obviously, you guys can go like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram and things of that nature. But what I really want you guys to do so that we can get a very, very good understanding about the progression of what Madden is, and I can have it documented myself and see if EA is actually making better strides to go forward with making the gameplay better. Because guys, if something's wrong, I'm going to say something's wrong. I'm not going to ignore it and act like it's not happening. I'm going to definitely say to you guys, like, look, yo, bro, all right. But again, I don't want you guys texting me foolishness because that's going to be ignored, all right? Like, I don't want to see, like, you know what I'm saying, crazy foolishness that you threw a pick and it was supposed to be a pick. You're like, yo, Gmi, why you pick it? Like, I don't want that. I want, bugs in the game, things that are not supposed to be going on within the game so that we can make our whole situation better as far as gameplay itself. There was another issue, fix an issue causing defenders to sometimes hurdle over balls on the ground that had been fumbled. Fix an issue, a rare issue causing players to disappear from a catch interaction. I never seen that. I would have definitely been raging. The real player motion. Fixed an issue causing QBs to use hot route animations when sending a receiver in motion. They also had the thing with the Superman with Cam Newton when he was like doing a dab. It was a real ridiculous thing that was going on. That also has been tuned. Added functionality to break out of play action pass rollouts early after the fake handoff. Now that was something that was affecting me as well because I use Michael Vick as my quarterback. So I'm going to give you guys some insight into that as well. That rollout mechanic, that is very, very huge, man. That's something that you guys have to understand that the way that they've changed the way the mobility of the quarterback is in this game, it's going to be very, very dangerous, and it's going to be ideal for you to have a mobile quarterback. And I've already gotten over 100 comments on one of my most recent videos about, yo, Gmia, I'm trying to get this quarterback, that quarterback. Guys, I really, really like this Michael Vick, okay? He's going to be here for a while. I don't care what he does, bro. He's going to throw the ball anywhere he wants. He's going to do whatever he... Of course he's going to do it, bro. It's going to happen, but that's going to happen for every quarterback. Okay, those things are going to happen. What I'm saying to you is this. He's one of the most balanced quarterbacks in the game right now. And until somebody else comes out that matches him with the speed and the accuracy that he has, there is no reason for me to rage sell him. I'm not looking to rage sell players for no reason. If you guys go back to my Madden 25 videos, my team stayed the same for the most part because that game was, I really, really liked that game. And the players did what they were supposed to do. It looks like EA is going back to that now and letting players do what they're supposed to do. So if that's the case, if you're asking me who's the quarterback you should have over everyone, Team Diamond Tom Brady, Steve Young, I don't care who it is. Michael Vick is that guy. So I'm not going to tell you anything else. And I'm just going to let you know that that's the quarterback that I want. I don't want to go to like the whole TO route. That's my quarterback. But I'm going to tell you right now, he's my quarterback. All right? One of the final things I'm going to talk about before I let you guys go is this thing that was really bugging a lot of people. It fixed an issue in single back ace, halfback slam mountain that caused the QB to hand the ball off with the wrong hand. Those things, as simple as it may sound, and they also tweak something with left-handed quarterbacks, okay? So that's ideal for me because right here, fix an issue causing left-handed quarterbacks to sometimes turn around and look behind them when inside the pocket. So now that fixes it, Michael Vick obviously being left-handed. So there's a lot of things that they attack from CFM to MUT and all these other things that they did with visual capability. So I'm going to need you guys to let me know what you're thinking about the patch. Do you like it? Okay? Are you looking forward to anything else that you want to come that hasn't actually been released? And do you want some franchise? Because I can start up a franchise offline and let you guys see, as far as team building and go from there as well. Let me know what you guys and girls want. Leave it in the comment section. I'm going to see you next time. One love.